Speaking of feeling a little bit of wintry, NOAA releasing its official winter forecast for the upcoming season. The driving factor for the U.S. outlook is that strong El Nino pattern, we've been talking a lot about it, that's in place for the first time in 4 years. Now, NOAA's main goal for the forecast is to provide that critical guidance for numerous industries across the country and the sectors of the economy, from energy producers, commodities markers, agricultural interests, and of course, tourism. So let's take a look at the forecast for the season, and we're going to go to that right now. Let's start with the temperature outlook. We showed you graphics very similar to this over the last couple of weeks, guys, and we are certainly looking at the signals being the strongest in the northern tier of the country for warmer than average temperatures. So here in New England, we're talking likelihood for warmer than average temperatures, but there's a but, we're also talking about the likelihood for some wetter than average conditions from the southern tier of the United States right up the eastern seaboard and here into southern New England. Now, you might say, well, that means we're not getting a lot of snow, right? But all too often over the last decade, we have seen both above average temperature and above average snowfall seasons. The last two seasons, that has not been the case, but those are sort of the exceptions to the rule. So just because we have above average temperatures does not mean that we can't have above average snowfall as well. All it takes is one or two big storms running into that cold air, and there you have it.
But from a layman's perspective, though, when you hear that, you think, well, it's too warm and it'll be rain instead of snow, because a few degrees makes such a huge difference.
Right. And sometimes, you know, when you get these warmer than average patterns, or, you know, we'll get that rogue 60, 70 degree day, sometimes that kind of throws off the atmosphere and can actually create a chain reaction and sort of start up that stormy pattern. And of course, you know that those temperatures aren't going to stick around for long. So more often than not, the cold will come back in, and sometimes you get
There you go.
right
You get the whopper storm.
Yes. So we'll see.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.